read some comments like, hey, you've changed, you're not the same as you were before, even though we were in our dream house and stuff like that. It's true.
The way that we changed was we kind of shut off a part that we used to share a lot.
Now where have I heard this one before? Oh wait. What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite Jealousator Apoc, and welcome back to the channel where I analyze things that sometimes don't really matter. So I was going to continue my little series on why I think Jess Fam and Kira are twisting the truth when it comes to the Nashville situation. A lot of things really don't add up, and thanks to a subscriber we have some newfound evidence that basically proves that they fabricated the entire thing. Even though, to be honest, we really didn't need it. We already had them. But anyways, that's for another time. Now I know all of you have been patiently waiting for my thoughts on Keren Khoa's return to YouTube and vlogging. And to be honest, we're just gonna get right down to the nitty gritty because there's just so many things we can say about their video. We don't even have to break it down. We all know the truth, but the return and the reason why they've been gone is, to be honest, as expected. Just a bunch of the same rhetoric that they've always been spewing, especially when based around change. Shit on their podcast or Keren's finally opening up video, where she literally states the same thing within this video, word for word.
So when people are saying that we've changed as people, that is not true at all. We've just stopped sharing all the amazingness.
So you can finally open up again, but don't? Oh sis. Now before we get into it, if you're enjoying the content and enjoying the tea, then consider subscribing to the Jealousator Squad, and if you don't, well, I really don't give a damn. Okay, let's see what excuse they'll use this time. Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me because we need a little controversy because it feels so empty without me.
I'm kind of nervous.
Why?
I was stuck in the lazy.
Loser.
She's nervous to get back to work because she's been stuck in the lazy. So that means they didn't do anything, you know, aside from those Instagram ads. But I thought they were so busy. How could they just drop like that? How could they just drop a month and just not do anything at all? Especially because if, you know, YouTube's their smallest income, shouldn't they have so much other shit to do on the outside? You know, like real estate, kick-ass, the van stuff, and whatever else they have. If they were so darn busy, they wouldn't be able to just take a month off like that. But who are we kidding here? We're talking about Keren. She never did anything anyways aside from pick up a camera. Khoa does all the work. He does all the edits, which is the most strenuous part of being a content creator. I would know, I literally do it. Keren doesn't do any of that stuff. No, she just picks up a camera and that's it.
Good morning, guys. We are back, and by back I mean we're back with vlogging, and also our happiness is back.
Oh no, they weren't really happy?
Yeah, I really couldn't tell from the vlogs. They showed like press, didn't they? So when they say things about me or anybody else who speaks out against them and say how we're unhappy with our lives because we talk about them, they were actually the ones unhappy with their lives. What a mind fuck.
I say that because you guys have probably been like, what? Like, we've been watching the vlogs and you guys have been happy this whole time, but
Dream car, dream house, dream boat, babe, I wouldn't have gotten dream anything without you. Dream audience, you guys are so positive, so awesome. I love you guys. I can't get over this. I can't get over this feeling.
I also find it really delicious that last time they took a break, they pretended that nobody would notice that they were even gone. I mean, they're basically right, but here they act as if the same thing doesn't apply.
We have been happy.
true and untrue at the same time.
Wow, I've achieved all my dreams. I've reached all my goals, and I'm happy.
Whenever we moved into our dream house, which we're grateful for and
worked so hard for,
and we're excited for still, and it's still unbelievable. I still look out and I'm not used to the view still.
Wait.
Not used to the view, but used to the view in the intro. But they're grateful, right? Well, if that's the case, how come Keren doesn't know if that's her dream home anymore?
Is your lake house your forever home?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say yeah, because I feel like we change our minds.
No, this is,
You
baby,
think so?
this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I change my mind.
What? How?
I don't know, like I don't know.
Finally,
What?
I feel like we just moved in.
I feel like we just moved in.
Right?
Yeah.
Again. Like,
I feel like I feel like we just started a whole new life
Yeah,
right now.
me
Like right
too.
now we just started a whole new life.
Yeah.
Oh god. Really not sure how this makes any sense, but hey, these are the same lames who said that their lake home isn't actually a home unless you can produce content from it.
I want this home to become our home because right now, especially because we didn't ever get to do the buying process with you guys, like showing you the home before we bought it, like nothing like that. So I feel like we're just in a house
and we haven't made it a home yet.
But even if someone has control over your life, which again, they mentioned later, your home can still be a home, can be your home, as long as there's things to clickbait. Right on, brother.
Cut off all the
Coming back in.
negatives and only focusing on positive.
Oh man, how many times have you heard that, Jim?
I want to apologize because we're going to be vague.
Yeah, we have to be vague.
Yeah.
And we'll
And
we'll try and let you guys in.
Yeah.
On like
Slowly as we can.
Yeah, but for now, we'll just give you like a very vague explanation because I think that's all you guys need. It's like a lot to take in.
For who? Us? No, that would only apply to you. But later on, they mentioned the only reason that they don't want to go into more detail is based off of boredom, not that they actually can't get into it. In fact, they're going to mention soon that they're going to talk about more later on. So you all know what that means. More clickbait.
This is only one thing, like, as to why we decided to take a break this last month, but there's like multiple other things that will come out throughout, like, the next few weeks. Like it'll be quick and you'll see, and it'll all be explained. But
so I really don't even understand why they're being so utterly vague. Boredom or not, it doesn't really matter. They could explain things a little bit more. To be honest, a lot of their community and a lot of other people are pretty much confused by the entire situation because a lot of the things that they actually say don't make any sense. It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
This one, we wanted to get back to vlogging. We're so excited to get back to vlogging, so we wanted to give you guys just a brief synopsis of our mental state over the past year and a half.
Ah, look at Karen using her big words now. And you know, mental states, they're kind of a personal thing if you ask me. So what was that whole thing about? They don't owe any explanation to anyone at any given time. But how many times have we heard them say that they're gonna get back to daily vlogging? It's been years. It's been more than a timeline they've given. They stopped daily vlogging after their wedding, before they got into their home, because they got a taste of it. They even said they enjoyed getting away from vlogging. They said this multiple times on their honeymoon and when they took a break last year. And isn't vlogging for them more than just a job or a hobby? It's for memories, right? So you want to remember when your kid busted his lip, or when you had to rush Keren to the emergency room, or all the times Keren belittled Khoa and wanted to burn his pool table, but you don't want to remember this situation at all? Seems pretty shady.
Alright, so it all stems back. Alright, get your popcorn, get your chips, get a sandwich. No, it won't be long.
Why would I need popcorn if you're going to be vague?
Whenever we lived in our old house, the KKandbabyJ house.
Oh my god, did they just call their old house the KKandbabyJ house? That is so utterly cringe. And what, you can't separate the two? You can't separate your house from your business from online? Oh, so I guess we can now say they actually don't have a personal life. You know, that's where they live, where they complain about privacy. But now it's the KKandbabyJ house. Kind of reminds me of Jess Fam when she put like a Jess Fam sign behind her couch. And what about the lake house? That's not the new KKandbabyJ house? That's just so weird to do. That's like naming your car. But hey, you know, maybe they're trying to tell us something. Since the old house was the KKandbabyJ house and the lake house isn't the KKandbabyJ house, maybe they're trying to tell us that KKandbabyJ died there. Food for thought.
But because of privacy reasons and child services kept coming and people kept coming, like, and thankfully no bad people. It was just
okay, it was just their fans, not stalkers. He's downplaying it right now, but they made it seem so much worse than it really was. There's just like a fan and her mom. And no matter what, yes, it is a privacy violation and it is wrong. But can you blame the little crony that showed up to their front door? They call their audience family members. You know, the ones they keep ditching out on. Those family members, I wouldn't want to be family members with Keren Khoa, let me tell you. And like I said, no matter what, it is wrong for the cronies to show up. But when you don't set any limits or boundaries with your audience and you keep telling them that they're friends and family members and blah blah blah, you're inviting that shit in. And just because they move doesn't stop CPS from coming. That's how you know that their audience is just full of little fetuses, because they don't know that. Moving will not stop CPS from coming to check out you and your family to see if everything's on the up and up. And again, I know I've said this plenty of times before, but here they keep going on and on and on about privacy and about safety, yet on their podcast they literally have an episode talking about the reason why they bought the house, and they base the purchase off of being an impulsive and because they really wanted it.
So why now? Why now did we get the house? Why didn't we like wait a little bit?
Buy later?
Yeah. It's kind of an impulse.
You really freaking wanted to?
Well, you put it in my head and then you can't take it back.
Okay, so this is how we moved
Wait,
into
you
the
can't
house.
bring me to a house.
I just wanted to look at it.
I told you.
I just wanted to look at it, Karen. That's all I wanted to do.
Not to mention where they are now. isn't even safe. They literally had people within their gated community come up to their driveway. It's no way it's gonna harm their children. It's just a bunch of little girls giggling behind the car or something. It's just their fans. They're not actual stalkers. It is wrong. It's a privacy violation, but still, it's harmless. But Khoa will greet them with a smile on his face. He even said so on Elmail's podcast.
And I was just sitting there and I see like somebody ring the doorbell, so I check like our doorbell camera. 2 girls, and they're really sweet, you know,
No,
like
it was
they're
a
nice.
mom and a daughter.
Our mom and daughter, whatever. Khoa opens the door and he's like, yes, and she's like, I'm so sorry, this is like such an invasion of your privacy, but like I watch you on YouTube and like all this stuff, and I like instantly, and Khoa's like, oh no, it's okay. If you even have to say it's an invasion of privacy, why the fuck are you at my
Dude,
house?
she was popping off, and I was trying to talk over her, all of this on the doorbell, and then I'm just like there with a smile, just like, it's okay. Like
Oh
popping
my
off, and I'm
God.
like trying to cover the doorbell camera.
I was like, you're where my kids sleep.
So how the hell are you going to complain about people coming up to your home and complaining about privacy, yet do nothing about it?
We're just people.
I wouldn't say no bad people.
It was just people who didn't really have boundaries. But I mean, I can't blame them. I would probably go to Roger Federer's house. No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
No, but
She's scared.
yeah.
She just said she wouldn't go to that dude's house because she was scared. Not because it's morally wrong or a privacy violation, but because she was scared. Okay. And it's quite hilarious when they go on about boundaries, but have none themselves. They are literally a vlog channel. They are people who show their lives for money. Every personal moment is monetized. Keren apparently had an infertility journey last year that she monetized, that she filmed for the YouTube channel, for the vlogs. They let people into too much personal shit. They overshare. They do this thing where they believe they didn't change based off of who they are. They just shut themselves down, put up a wall or whatever, just to not be so personal. Yet they show a day in the life of all their children. They share miscarriages. They do everything possible to share every personal and intimate moment. But yeah, they sure in hell go out of their way to make sure that they're not too personal with their audience.
So whenever we decided to move, we wanted our privacy, like hidden, we wanted our privacy back.
Yeah, they wanted their privacy back. That's why they have 2 house tour vlogs, where one of them is focused on showing off their security system and how it operates. Oh, but that's a sponsored video, so I guess if you get a little bit of money, privacy is not an issue. Not to mention, around the time when they were selling their home and they had an estate sale, they invited strangers to the yard sale, people online. They gave out the address to their old home, to the KKandbabyJ home, for strangers to come over and do a little like meet and greet or whatever. But yeah, those people wanted their privacy back.
We had our assets hidden in a way, and whenever you rush things don't get done the right way, and then you pay more for it, and then you pay for it in the long run.
What he means by that, and I'm not going to say his name, but you all know who I'm talking about because we all know. But an investor invested into their life, and he ruled over them. Not because he's a bad guy. I mean, he might be, but hey, they let him into their life, right? But he did what investors do and invested into them. Which, by the way, when you invest into something, you need to get a return, and returns always have interest. So that's what he's talking about, paying more in the end. Someone else bought their home for them. It wasn't a safety thing or a lockbox or whatever. It was they wanted the home and they wanted it now. So someone else did it. They fronted the money. They moved in, were giving out payments, but I guarantee you that interest was astronomical. But we're not going to let them play victim. This was all by choice, and they got greedy. Again, it's not about safety. It's all about greed. They wanted the house fast and they wanted it now. They didn't want to wait. They didn't want to do it the right way. And I don't want to hear any cronies going on about privacy. The privacy thing is not the issue. They literally got robbed after they bought their home, but before they moved in, but also after the privacy issue. They got robbed, or they faked the robbery. I already proved it in my other video. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. But they faked a robbery. And all they're doing within the video is laughing and giggling about losing $4,000+. Keren turns off the security notifications because they were annoying. Khoa literally wanted to go out and talk to these people who are robbing the neighborhood and robbing them apparently, and put them under his wing and like life coach them or something, because he likes to pretend to be some sort of guru. But yeah, again guys, those people want their privacy back. People who literally would put themselves at risk after getting robbed. They didn't try to hide their assets. There was no rush. They just wanted everything now, and they had somebody else invest into it, and they had to pay all that money back. Makes you kind of sit there and think though, what did they do with that $141,000 COVID loan they got? I'm guessing it didn't actually go to business.
It seemed like the right thing to do, and it was the right way. But there was just always something in the back of my mind. Just like, this is risky.
Well, then it wasn't the right thing to do there, champ. You know, it's kind of weird for somebody who had it so rough and was dirt poor, even though he said his family lived in a big house and they had it made. But it's just so odd to me for somebody who had it rough would just jump in and risk it all.
And I didn't feel like it was.
No.
Like,
yeah.
Khoa like has always felt like that, like just in the back of his head, like he said, something risky. But I was always like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, that's because Keren has no sense to anything. The stresses are never on her. They're all on Khoa. He does all the work. What does Keren do? Kick ass? No, she literally admitted to only working once a week, which is fine, but don't come on here and act like you work and grind every single day 9 to 5. That's not what they do. Khoa doesn't even do that, and that's okay. We're all working to work less, right? That's what I'm doing here, but I'm also not putting all my eggs in one basket either. But Khoa does all the work for her. Like I said, all Keren ever did was buy things, redecorate, and pick up a camera and take naps. Plus, you know, let's not pretend like vlog moms have any instincts at all. Just Fim and Kira just proved that.
Somehow I feel like the life and business the life and business decisions that I make, I've always gone with my gut feeling, and I've always been going like the right way.
So let's be clear here. This is also the same guy who had to sell off his cars due to all the bad financial decisions they made. And that's throughout their entire YouTube career. It's on their podcast. They literally say the words and admit to this. They even got a warning from their assistant that buying the cars and the house was a bad move. By his words and actions, he's never actually been on the right path. And all of it is by choice too. No one forced him to do any of this.
It might not be the best, but I'm always like progressing and going the right way. But this is something I was kind of like iffy about.
So then you don't trust your gut feeling then, like you just said. But you're iffy about this, but not about using the money that you got back from selling your Audi R8 to pay off the huge amount of back taxes you owe, you know, from the years of not paying it, and decide to buy another $40,000 plus car. And then a few months later buy a $120,000 boat. That's roughly exactly what the Audi cost. Yeah, I really wouldn't call that progressing, my guy. I call that rolling the dice, which again is odd for somebody who apparently is so smart and had it rough.
Like in your gut, you were like, let's do it?
yeah. Well,
We already established that Keren doesn't have any instincts or gut feelings. But hey, you know, neither does Khoa. I mean, these are the same people who are on here now, complaining about privacy, talking about how others have no limits or boundaries, but have built their name in their entire career off of not having any of those things. They used to be daily vloggers. They showed their daily lives. It might not be their full day, but a lot of things that they have pushed out are very, very personal. If you want boundaries, maybe you should set them first. There was a point in time where they vlogged 3 years straight. That's 3 odd years on top of the other 3 that every day was vlogged of them and their children. Their lives were shown online. The dude just called his old house the KKandbabyJ house. Bruh. Again, set the example.
I think you were just rushing and you just wanted to get the hell out of there.
I'm impatient.
Literally just said in the podcast that they wanted it and that buying the house was an impulsive purchase.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like the kids were safe, and it just, mama bear.
And so, yeah.
Mama bear, huh? Was that before or after you left your kids in the unsafe house to go to another country for weeks? Literally right after their big privacy violation. That apparently caused this whole thing to unfold, the unsafe feelings and whatever. That forced them to move into their dream home. Oh, I get it. As long as they're on vacation, the same rules don't apply. I mean, we're just using their logic. Is it really a vacation if we're vlogging? Anyways, all you jealous haters, that's about it. Now obviously we have barely scratched the surface here, but you know, like I said, I'm trying not to burn out my computer, so I'm going to be doing these parts, making these like little series, and I actually like doing it because the videos are shorter and I can push them out with more consistent content, which I'm sure we all love. But I feel like we all have deja vu or something. All this was already said and done last year in 2020, you know, before when they were already getting called out for changing. They're pulling the same crap on their audience that they did last year, pinpointing the exact time to changing. Kind of weird how they can just point out a specific vlog for that, especially after denying it for so long. Khoa even tried to blame the music at one point. Why the hell would he state that if he knows the truth as to why they've changed? It doesn't make any sense to open up about opening up to just close up and reopen again. Bruh. I feel like Keren Khoa just rewatched Keren's finally opening up video and took notes. Like I said, word for word. The comment sections are even the same. People are saying the same shit.
I knew something was off. Glad you guys are sharing again. We missed you.
Which is hilarious coming from people to tell me to mind my own damn business. You know, calling me a jealous hater, a loser, and whatever else. But will bug KK for more vlogs, you know, when they're going through something personal. And then ask Keren if she's pregnant. And apparently all of last year they were putting up a front and faking a smile. So I guess that video Khoa uploaded last year, where he said it felt weird to having fun and being happy during 2020, that all must have just been for show. He just said those things randomly because apparently it wasn't real, it wasn't true. But like I stated before, if that's not the actual case, why would he say those things? It's unnecessary. These things don't need to be said. It's one thing to put up a front and to fake a smile because you don't want to express everything online and have everybody know your troubles or
Have a negativity in the vlogs.
you know, even though they show Keren breaking the law and driving unsafely and then making Khoa apologize for that. But yeah, they don't want negativity. Yeah, but it's one thing to fake a smile, and it's a whole other thing to preach about how happy you are and how grateful you are, when apparently that's actually not the case. But you know, it's all hogwash because this right here,
I couldn't be more grateful, guys. I couldn't be more excited for the future. And the boys growing up and just learning water sports along with other sports and everything too. Life is so good, guys. Life is so good. I can't get this smile off my face. I love you guys. Come on, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in.
shows that this video is full of shit. In conclusion,
But this house hit the market. Literally like the first week it hit the market, because I'm always looking at houses, especially like my dream houses. And this house hit the market, and I was like, Keren, look at this house. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's on the water. It's one story, and it's just like amazing. Like down to the pool where it has like the extra long first steps so the kids can play on it.
Yep.
And I was like, we just have to go look at it. We just have to see it.
And what did I say?
I don't remember. What'd you say?
I said no.
Why?
I said we didn't go see it for a long time because I was like,
really?
no, we're not seeing it because we're not gonna get it yet. And if we go, you know, I'm gonna want it.
Yeah.
And then you finally got me there like a few months later because it was still on the market.
Finally got Keren to go see the house, I guess.
Oh, I remember you were like, it dropped this much or something. I forget how much it was, but it like had dropped in price, and you were like, it dropped. Let's just go see it.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I was like, fine.
Yeah.
And we walk out, and I'm like, we're getting it, aren't we?
No, because we couldn't afford it.
I know. Well, you were like, no, we're not getting it.
Yeah, no, we went to go see it.
Oh, you know what we said? We said if after the wedding it's still there, it's meant to be, because the wedding was expensive, and we were like,
yeah. So we went to go see it. We walked through the house, and then I just pictured growing up, well, the kids growing up, running around these big old hallways, and life would just be way too perfect, and we'd have to grind way hard because at the time everything was paid off.
Yeah,
everything's paid off. Cars, house was already paid off, so we were just saving up money. And then so we went to go see it again, and then didn't we actually say no the second time? Because that's the time we went to go see it, and like, hey, we might want to buy this.
The backyard, I was like, I don't know, because the backyard.
Exactly, the backyard's on a slope, but it slopes down to a sandy beach and the lake.
And the kids love the beach. Like, love it. And we can do a really cool slide down that hill. So I feel like it kind of is going to work out.
Well, I was saying that we said no because of that.
Yeah.
But now the kids love it. But no, we went to go see it as if we wanted to buy it. Well, no, because we wanted to buy it. But then after like thinking about it, we were thinking it'd be very expensive, and
we were going to build.
Yeah, we were going to build a house. Yeah, and we'd save a lot of money.
Just save up the whole, like, wait a year, save up some more, and just build the house.
And then he dropped his price again, even lower, I think. And then I said, let's just
I think
do
we
it
were
or
like,
something. I forget.
if it's still there after this time, if it's still there after this time, then we'll do it. And then finally,
Yeah.
we were just like,
no, and then I think I said no, I don't want to do it anymore. It's too expensive. Remember that?
Yeah.
Then you're like, Khoa, I'm gonna buy it. Do you remember that day? We got a huge fight. And you're like, I'm gonna buy the house. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I was like, you can stay here, and I'll go buy.
And I was like, ain't no way you breaking up this family. I'm gonna buy it too.